Hey guys, welcome to a Final Fantasy III video. I know I'm already doing a walkthrough on the Famicom version, but I want to do one on the Nintendo DS, PSP, iOS, and Steam version of Final Fantasy III instead. I'm playing the Steam version, obviously, on my computer with my trusty little USB controller. This version is my favorite. I played it back when it came out in 2006 for Nintendo DS, the remake. It's fixed and done a lot more than the original has, and it was my first time playing Final Fantasy III. So we're going to start a new game. I know I'm already playing the Nintendo Famicom, but I'm going to be playing them side by side so we can enjoy the game twice together. And my strategy is going to be almost the same, but only slightly different than each version. In this one, we have our character Luneth. He's an orphan. Raised by Nina and the elder Topapa in the village of He's adventurous, but we end up tumbling into a hole caused by a great earthquake, which isn't exactly his fault either. So I guess the goal is to get out of this cave. Oh, and it's a goblin. Goblins in this game don't have any weaknesses. They only have like 7 HP, so it's easy for us to even one-shot them, which isn't too bad. Haha, I got a critical on him. Nice. So whenever your characters get a critical hit, notice how they'll spin, which is pretty nice. It gives you like a good detail when critical hits are coming. For now, we can only... Okay, well that's a stronger hit, almost a critical. But they'll generally spin when they're doing more damage than normal, which is pretty nice. Yeah, they were. And we're all by ourselves too. Yeah, not the safest place. And as you can tell, there's no voiceovers for the cutscenes. That wasn't until Final Fantasy IV for Nintendo 3DS. I mean, not 3DS. Nintendo DS. So we got a couple more goblins. I'm going to be editing out all the random encounters in this game, so you don't have to see me fight enemies more than once. I mean, for me, that's going to be a blessing. Well, it's going to be more on the editing side, but it's going to be a lot easier when it comes to watching me do RPG games. Now, if you press the Z button, you can zoom in and you'll see the shiny glow that this rock is emulating. You could also do the same trick to see secret items hidden in the grass, which will help you find stuff that will be very useful for later on. So if it's on an object, good chance there's a secret passage nearby. Man, I can't believe how smooth this one is. And in this chest we have a longsword. Let's go ahead and equip those. Now, normally I would dual wield, but instead of just having the longsword and the leather shield, since Luneth is our only character at the moment, we kind of want him to have the most defense that we can give him. I mean, if we had more, like in the Famicom, which you start off with 4, but here you only start off with 1. So you have to be a little more cautious when it comes to taking care of enemies and whatnot. Here's an Antarctic Wind. Think of it like a Blazera spell. Save that for later for sure. It's going to come in handy quite well. Then we got a potion that will also come in handy later. Alright, we got a couple new enemies. We have a Carbuncle and an Ifang. Carbuncles have about 10 HP, not weak to anything. The Ifangs have about 11 HP, but also not weak to anything. Doesn't really matter what you want to attack first. Alright, Carbuncle don't really last too long. Now, if you're lucky, we're going to be able to gain a couple levels inside of this cave, since we start off at level 1. Of course, I mean, it's an RPG game. We're all going to start off at level 1. No, not quite on that one, but that's okay. Thankfully, the encounter rate's not too bad this time around. Sometimes it can be really bad in this cave. And another Antarctic Wind, definitely save that for later. And here we have, well, think of it like a healing spring. So if you check, nice, we actually gained a level from that battle. But anyways, as I was saying earlier, if you check out the healing spring, you can actually restore your health and your magic. Not that we have any magic right now, but it restores both, which is really nice. Oh, we got a new enemy. This enemy is the Blue Wisp. They have the most HP, that being 14. Again, they're not really weak to anything. And as I go through the game, I'm not going to be listing off every stat of every enemy, because I don't feel like that information is very needed. and it just causes me to rant more. Hey, this enemy has this much HP, strength, and defense. We really don't need to know all that, except for maybe a boss battle or two, and then HP and weaknesses are the biggest thing you're gonna want to know and worry about. Gosh, I can't believe how... I mean, yes, the game's fuzzy, a little pixelated, but this is something that used to be on the Nintendo DS, and how well it looks on my computer screen, taking up almost the entire screen, no less. The only reason why it's not taking up the entire screen is because I wouldn't be able to record it. Let's see, we got the land turtle. Remember those Antarctic winds we picked up earlier? He's pretty much weak to that. If he's not weak to it, it still deals a lot of damage. The land turtle only has about 111 HP. And yes, I am getting HP statistics on all the enemies in this game off of a strategy guide. I did a Let's Play on this back on my gaming channel for Master Luneth way back in the day, like in 2012. And I used to have a thick, detailed list of notes on everything. But since those notes are long gone, I don't feel like running through the whole game again to do that one more time. So instead, it's just easier to grab the strategy guide so I can give you accurate information as I play through. And I played through this game many, many times. If for some reason Luneth is struggling and his health drops below 10 HP, don't feel afraid to use a potion. Not that you're going to be struggling really bad in this battle anyways, unless you're stubborn and you're not wanting to use the Antarctic winds, then it will take you quite a few more turns. Oh, I didn't level up that time? That's okay, we're going to have to come back inside the Ultra Cape anyways. It's alright, take a breath. The giant turtle's gone, Luneth. It's gone. Been chosen. Chosen for what? I've been chosen as a bringer of hope. Okay, so basically he's a chosen warrior for the most part, which is pretty cool. Makes me quite excited. God, I love the way this game looks. I mean, for me, I just love the classic Final Fantasy games more than the current ones, only because I haven't played all the current ones yet. I'm talking like 7 through 15. I haven't played all of them quite yet. I only played bits and pieces, and I only played a few. We gotta find the others who share our destiny. Unless you're playing the Famicom, as I mentioned earlier, you already have all 4. And also, you'll be able to switch job classes instantaneously after finding the crystal the first time. In this one, you're stuck as a new job class as a freelancer, which is what Luneth is. It's the weakest class in the game, and there have been people on YouTube that have went through the entire game as a freelancer. Yeah, that's dedication. I mean, they love this game as much as I do. It's awesome. I mean, I wish this game had more of a fan base, but that's okay. Still a pretty big fan base. Nowhere near as big as like 7 or 10 though. Forget what that crystal's talking about. Anyways, like I said, we want to go back inside the Ultra Cave, because there's going to be stuff in here that we're going to want. Secret passage over here that's not so secret when you blow up the the screen this high. Thank God I can do editing and edit out all those random battles. Got a leather cap and some bronze knuckles. We're gonna want to equip those. Oh, bronze bracers and the leather cap. Very nice. I mean, normally I wish they would reskin things, but I'm okay with them just bumping up the quality and porting this over, because this game has been remade. You don't need to remake it again. I mean, there are some games I wish they'd do that for. Resident Evil 4, I wish they would remake it like Call of Duty Modern Warfare, but that's okay, because it still looks pretty dang good, even though they just reskinned it and ported it over. Like, they just added more texture layers and stuff. I mean, I'm no game programmer, but I can talk about it somewhat. I mean, I love video games to death. To me, it's an art form. And it just looks beautiful. Nice. We gained a level from that battle. That was pretty good. More bronze knuckles. Another long sword, which I actually want to equip, because now we really don't need to... Bronze knuckles are different than bronze bracers, but we don't need those either. So we're going to want to equip both long swords, because Luneth is basically going to be one of my Malaya warriors. He's going to dual wield. And I got another long sword. another bronze bracers. And I recommend you come in here, and a sleep spell. I recommend you come in here, don't fall down the hole, you have to go through the whole cave again. I recommend you come through here before going to the village of and buying a bunch of items and stuff, because you get some experience and items before you do that. And I also recommend saving quite frequently. I know in this version there's also a quick save option. You can only save onto the title screen, and you want to save frequently. The quick save you can save inside of a cave, turn it off, come back later, and it's perfect. But the problem is if you die inside of a cave or dungeon, whatever, you have to start over at your last save point, not your last quick save point, because now that quick save is gone. So when it comes to playing this one, I don't have the option of save states that I could save inside dungeons and whatnot like I could in the Famicom version. I'm playing on Steam, so I am going all the way, like, I'm playing this from beginning to end. So some I'm going to be going through dungeons longer, and I'm going to have to be making sure I have a good amount of time to sit down and play through parts of this. It won't be as short of sessions as I would like. With that being said, we're going to explore the village of next time on this Farley playthrough. Think of it more like a walkthrough though, because I'm going to walk you through the entire game, and I'm not going to be using ninjas, sages, or onion knights. I'm not going to be using any of those high-end classes. I might use onion knight to max out my stats, but that would probably be it. There's no reason to use the onion equipment either, because it also takes forever, and then it makes the final boss, well, the extra boss in this game, which I don't want to spoil it, way too easy. Which we might need to use onion knight classes to max out our stats anyways. I mean, we'll play it by ear for sure. I don't plan on using it, but I just might if I can't beat the extra boss without having to do so. But we'll see. Anyways, don't forget to subscribe, guys, and have a good day. I'll see you next time. Take care.